Hey everyone, my name is Quincy Davis, and welcome back to another Jazz Drummer Q-Tip of the Week, where I break down and demonstrate various jazz approaches, concepts, and techniques that can be applied to any genre or style that you're most interested in. All right, so I am going to be showing you three amazing beginner drum set grooves. And if you are not a beginner, then go ahead and share it, pass it along to those you care about who are trying to learn how to play the drums. Okay, do that for me. And of course, please like and subscribe and leave comments as always. I love hearing from you guys. And if you're not subscribed, you already know. Those of my subscribers know I will be putting out more videos. So you want to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Okay, so the first groove I'm gonna show you, you know it, you've heard it, but it's a really solid groove to learn. It's just a kind of get in the door rock groove that works in many different situations. Okay, and I'm gonna play it for you. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, and three, four. 1, 2, and 3, and stop. Okay, so to break it down, our hands are playing. My right hand is just playing eighth notes, what we call eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And if you want to get fancy with it, you can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can put accents on it. Ah. And then the snare drum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Beats 2 and 4. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and I would just practice that. Get really comfortable with that, because when we add the bass drum, it could throw you off if you're not really comfortable with that. Okay, so let's start with that, and then we're gonna add the bass drum is going 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2. Start with the hands, and then we're gonna add the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here comes the bass drum. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. And what I would recommend with all of these grooves, I recommend getting comfortable playing a fill going into the groove, just to get you into the groove, okay? Because that's typically something that we would do. Okay, let's move on to the next groove. All right, so now I'm going to show you groove number 2 that I think is a great starter groove for those of you who are beginning. And this groove was made famous. It's called the Cha-Cha-Cha, and it was made famous by Mongo Santa Maria, which he wrote a song, or he arranged a song that Herbie Hancock wrote called Watermelon Man. I'm sure you've heard it. Hey, Watermelon Man. Well, he did his own version of it, but put this groove on it, which is a cha-cha-cha groove. And what makes it a cha-cha-cha groove is the consistent quarter note. Okay, so I'll just play it and then talk about it. 1, 2, 1 and 2, 3, and. Okay, so those are the consistent limbs, the right hand and the left hand, doing the same thing over and over and over. And again, there's so many things you can do outside of that, but this is a great way to start. The bass drum is where we get to have some fun, and depending on the arrangement, the song, what the bass player is playing, that's what will kind of determine how to play our bass drum with. Okay, so I'll just kind of give you something that you can start out with. We'll play boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 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 and 3. Right? Now, what if I want to change it up? 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. See, I can leave some notes out. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Or 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Or just 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of different things you can do with the bass drum while still keeping the consistency in the hands going. And that's really where, that's kind of the driving force of the whole groove. And again, this can be played so many different ways. You can absolutely go to the ride cymbal. You can play it on the bell. If you go to the bell, then you might want to play, you have to add left hand or left foot coordination, which gets a little more challenging. So I recommend starting out like this, and then once you're ready, go to the ride cymbal, okay? All right, so this third groove I'm going to show you it's one of my favorite. I love this style of music. The music is called Bossa Nova, and it comes from Brazil, not Cuba, not Puerto Rico, Brazil. Okay, and it's kind of a style that's associated with just relaxing. It's really smooth, calm sounding, and the groove is awesome. So I'm going to show that to you right now. All right, so again, that's a bossa nova. And what you'll notice, what I love about this groove, especially for starting out, is that two of the elements, or two of the limbs, are kind of playing the same thing over and over and over. That's my right hand, which is playing eighth notes, and the bass drum. Now, the bass drum might give you some challenges, and that's why I like this groove. So, and if you have to start out slow, I recommend that. In fact, you might want to isolate just the bass drum and play it for a while. And then add your right hand. And then once you get really comfortable with that, the left hand is where the fun kind of happens. So we call this, or I call it, and my teacher Billy Hart called it, the Brazilian clave. So it goes like this. It's not a Cuban clave, it's a little different. And it's not technically a clave, by the way. It's just kind of a cool way of thinking about it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. One thing I love about this groove is that I can play it I can invert it, okay? So if I invert it, it will sound like this. I'll get the bass drum and the hi-hat going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 4 and stop. Okay? So what I was playing in the left hand is exact opposite. Basically, it's a 2-measure phrase. I started with the second measure as opposed to the first measure. Okay, so that's the third groove. And again, with this groove, and with all grooves, there's so much more you can do with it. But this is like the groove in its most basic form. You can play it with brushes, a brush in the right hand and a stick or a mallet in the left hand. You can play it on the ride cymbal. There's so many different ways to play it, but this is how I recommend you start it. Okay? That's the Bossa Nova. Well, I hope these grooves are helpful for you in your early development of playing this hard hard, challenging instrument. And like I've been saying through the video, um, all of these grooves can be expounded on. You can play them many different ways, but it's very important that you start basic and get it kind of solid in its most basic and fundamental state. And it's going to help just kind of give you a strong foundation to build off of. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Have fun with these grooves. Take care. Bye-bye.